Hey Star Trek fans, Dan Gunther here, coming to you with a quick video today to post my reaction to a deleted scene that's been making the rounds on the internet lately. This was revealed at Wondercon just this past couple days here and has now surfaced online. It's a deleted scene apparently from the final episode of Star Trek Discovery Season 1. I'm not going to feature the actual deleted scene in this video. I don't want this video taken down by CBS. I've had issues, like many YouTubers lately, with CBS taking down videos that have any type of little bit of copyrighted material in them, even though it's covered under fair use, critique, commentary, that sort of thing. So I'm not even going to have that video in this video at all, but I will link to it both up here somewhere, as well as in the description below. You can check that out. So I see a lot of people online, a lot of love for this scene, and it's interesting. I really did enjoy it. There's some really cool aspects to it. I see a lot of people online saying things like, why did they cut this out of the episode? This should have been there. This should have been a part of the episode. I don't know that I really agree with that. I think there are probably some very good reasons it was cut out. First of all, I'm thinking, with the flow of that episode, I have a hard time thinking exactly where in the episode it would fit. Timeline-wise, I'm thinking it would probably be best right at the very end of the episode. But of course, that episode ended with that, iconic meeting between the Discovery and the Enterprise. And, everything points to them really wanting to have ended on that note. So, including this scene would mean they'd have to give that up, and, they wouldn't be able to end on that scene, and instead with this other scene. Again, maybe they would have put it somewhere else, but to me, it feels like it might have interrupted the flow of that episode a little bit. There's a lot packed into that episode, so, just even one more thing, I can kind of see why they would have cut it. Also, it strikes me as odd that Michelle Yeoh's character, the former Emperor Georgiou, is still on Kronos, running this Orion Cabaret strip club, drug joint, whatever you want to call it. It seems an odd choice for her character, but at the same time, I like the idea of her being on Kronos and kind of finding her place there. Although, I feel like she might have been working an angle quicker than she seems to be here. That said, however, I wouldn't put it past her to expect this sort of thing to come up and be anticipating it and just waiting there for it to happen. So maybe it is wheels within wheels and the character is really, 5 steps ahead of everyone else and kind of sees this coming. But in any case, I don't know, it seemed like a bit of a superfluous scene. The other thing that this scene does, of course, is explain the origin and purpose of the black badge that we see in the 3rd episode of Star Trek Discovery, the first episode after the 2-part premiere. And I have very mixed feelings about this. If you're a clandestine secret organization that's operating in the shadows beyond the scope of what's known about Federation law, why do you have a dedicated badge that officers wear out in the open, as we see in that episode on Discovery when Michael Burnham is first brought aboard the ship? Why do those people exist wearing that badge? It doesn't seem to fit with the idea of them being undercover or clandestine if they have a specialized badge that, says Black Ops, Section 31. I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I do still think that the black badges are really cool, and I kind of want one for myself. And, you've got the mustache twirling villain, the Section 31 operative at the end, turning to Michelle Yeoh when she opens the badge. Welcome to Section 31, It's kind of a little bit cliched, a little bit ridiculous. But like I said, overall, I enjoyed the scene. I think it's a nice little piece of bonus material. I'm curious about how canon it is, because it still isn't actually a part of a television show or film. It's a deleted scene, and traditionally deleted scenes generally aren't considered to be, part of the canon, the dreaded C word again. But yeah, so I'm curious about its official status. I'm wondering if this is something that they'll follow up on with in season 2. I guess these are kind of the big questions that we're left with. Is Michelle Yeoh going to be in season 2? Is her status as an operative of Section 31 or someone they're aligned with going to come into play? Is this whole storyline going to play a part in what we see when Discovery comes back? We really don't know. All of that said, I do like the inclusion of Section 31. I mean, this was a fan theory that floated around quite a bit throughout Discovery's run, and it's kind of nice to get that little box ticked and a little bit of confirmation on that. So I don't know. Put me down as kind of lukewarm about this scene, not totally completely enamored with it, but still really fascinated and interested to see where it goes from here and what it means for Discovery going forward. So, putting the question out to all of you guys, what did you think of this deleted scene? Would you like to see them follow up on it for Star Trek Discovery Season 2, or is this all something that you would rather see they leave on the cutting room floor and don't revisit? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks to the Patreon supporters for supporting the channel, and thanks most of all to all of you who are watching and liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, of course, live long and prosper.